Have you ever sold anything to finance gambling? It's something that I did quite often, actually, and it's one of the hardest things to admit because it shows how deep a gambling addiction can actually go. I remember selling things like stocks and crypto, and I did it really, really often. And it sucks looking back because you look at the price of these assets now and you're like, man, if I didn't gamble away all my money, I'd be a millionaire right now. Now, I don't actually think that's realistic or obviously a healthy mindset to have because God knows that I wouldn't have held on to any of that for the amount of time that it's been. I would have sold it at some point anyway, but the sheer number of times that I bought a stock and then sold it 3 days later when I thought that the money would be better used on a sports bet, yeah, it's a little insane to think about. When gambling pushes you to the point of selling your assets, that's not a hobby anymore. You're in survival mode for an addiction. And I get it. The mindset, it becomes like whatever it takes to keep that rush going, to keep that action constant, I'll do it. But those moments, they don't have to define you forever. Your life doesn't have to be like that every single day. This was question 11 of the 20 questions that Gamblers Anonymous uses to help you determine if you have a gambling addiction. If you answer yes to 7 or more of these questions, then it's a pretty clear sign that it's time to make a change. You can start by cutting off access to anything that can be liquidated fast. Possibly by having a trusted loved one control your bank account or manage your assets. That's what I did, as my family controlled my bank account during my early recovery. You can also reach out to a support group and to a trusted friend and just keep yourself accountable. Because once you start talking about it, the need to sell things just becomes an urge that you can't act on. And those urges pass. They lose their power with time. Check the description of this video for more resources to avoid going down the same path with your life that I did with mine. Next question. Were you reluctant to use gambling money for normal expenditures? That one really shows how twisted our priorities can get, and if you answered yes, then this next video might hit different.